Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve dans ce nouvel épisode de podcast avec la légende bulgarienne Stefan Eroteev que j'ai eu la chance de rencontrer début juin avec d'autres athlètes internationaux sur l'île de la Réunion. Dans cet épisode, il nous partage son parcours, son expérience avec le sport et il nous donne également quelques conseils. J'espère que cet épisode-là vous plaira. Si c'est le cas, n'hésitez pas à aller vous abonner à la page de Flow, au compte de Stéphane également. Allez acheter notre matériel, on a encore des soldes pendant une semaine. Sur ce, je vous souhaite à tous un bon épisode, à tout de suite.
Hello Stefan, I'm really happy to be here in Réunion Island. I was watching your video when I started calisthenics and I was never expecting to meet you in Réunion Island. So I'm very happy to be here. How are you today?
First, thank you for your invitation in your podcast. I really like this event. Actually, it's my first time that I come here. And I'm really happy that I have opportunity to be here actually.
Great. So we are very for that you are here. To begin, can you present yourself? What is your age? How tall are you? What's your body weight right now?
Mm-hmm. So I'm Stefan Eroteev from Sofia, Bulgaria. I'm 23 years old. My height is 176 and 73 kg.
I saw in the podcast with Garnation that you started calisthenics when you were 12. Why did you start calisthenics?
Well, yes, I started in 2012. I was 11 years old, not 12. But yeah, between 11 and 12. Actually, I was practicing other sports like swimming and handball. That was my main sports, but I just saw videos in internet of Bulgarian athletes who are doing calisthenics. At this time, it was called street fitness in Bulgaria. And I saw some of the videos. The older boys were doing just handstand, pull-ups, dips, and other crazy elements that for this time it was insane. And I just got motivated and I was like, yeah, I will start to train calisthenics.
Yeah. And which athlete did you look at when you started?
Well, at the beginning, just those guys from Bulgaria. They are actually unknown. So even if I tell their names, nobody will know. But after some years, we met with Victor. We started to train together. And our motivation was Dmitry Kuznetsov from Russia. And other athletes from Russia, for example, Anton Abasov, Nika Nisimov, Satkov. And I think that's most of them.
And when you started to train with Victor, you train outside or you directly train in the legendary gym everyone knows in the community?
So actually I met Victor at the gym. One guy brought me to the gym and I met Victor for first time. Actually, it was his second workout session at the gym. And it was during the winter. So after the winter, we decided to train outside. And during the summer in 2013, we were training outside.
So I guess it's hot in summer there.
Yes, it was really hot. We decided, I remember, and he will remember one training that we decided to go at 2 a.m. at the bars and to train, and it was like maybe 40 degrees or something like that. It was crazy, really crazy.
40 degrees Celsius, 40 Celsius degrees?
Yeah, something like 35 or 40.
Okay.
It was insane.
Yeah, I understand. It's hard to train in this condition.
Yes.
And do you also train in cold condition in Bulgaria, or you mainly stay in the gym?
So I just want to say that actually we have a video from this workout session which I'm telling you about. But yes, we were training also outside during the winter. But when we got more professional, we stopped because we understood that it's really dangerous. And we went to the gym and we started training more in the gym. So this thing somehow changed us, and we started to even during the summer we continued to work out in the gym.
And you talk about being professional. When did you realize you can make a living of it? You became professional.
So maybe in 2017 I understood that I want to be more professional in this sport. When I started to compete on international competitions, then I understand that I have to be more professional. So that was the time.
2000. Okay.
2017 or maybe 18.
Okay.
Between these
and
years.
What was your first competition?
You mean international or?
You can answer both. Your first competition, then your first international competition.
In 2013, I already started to compete in Bulgaria in local competitions, but my level was like really low. I didn't have any level. For example, I was doing just stupid, let's say not stupid, but exercises that are not so popular. And for example, like front lever, back lever. There was no so much exercises connected with the freestyle. They were like more power-up moves, like muscle-ups with different movements, letting the bars, kips, and etc. About international competitions in 2017, as I said earlier.
Okay, great. I want to go about the basic before going to competition. I guess you did some basics like muscle up, dips, and pull-ups, or did you like just go directly to freestyle, static, front lever, plunge?
So of course I started with basics. This is the fundamental part of the calisthenics. So everyone who wants to go further, he needs to go first from the basics. So at the beginning I was doing a lot of pull-ups, dips, push-ups, muscle-ups, and other different exercises which are basics.
Okay, and about the freestyle, when did you told yourself, okay, now I need to add some freestyle in my skills?
Well, after the basics, actually, I started to do statics, but it was really hard. So there was one guy who actually started to teach me, and I had a coach of calisthenics. Even in 2014, it was really rare to see someone to coach of calisthenics. So he coached me for 1.5 years of calisthenics. So because of his help, I progressed a lot, and I learned straddle plunge, handstand, and even a full plunge, close to full plunge. So I had more knowledge from him. And after that, when the freestyle became more popular, for example, the 360s, 540s, this trend came in Bulgaria in 2015. So we started to do more freestyle in 2015.
Okay, and you are talking about you had a coach, and do you still have a coach nowadays, or?
These days, no. Actually, after this 1.5 year that he trained me, he stopped training me because he took out from the sport. So I continued alone, and I went to our gym, the legendary gym, and nowadays I'm still at the gym
Okay, still in autonomy, if we can say that.
Of course, yes.
Okay, great. I want to stay on the training part.
Okay.
How do you train? For example, do you train plunge, front lever, and freestyle all in the same session, or do you separate your workouts?
It's an interesting question. At this level right now, actually, I'm putting every single element into one workout, because right now more important for me are the combinations. So I do plunge, lever, and freestyle at one training session, but I separated. For example, on Tuesday, I have more push, like let's say 70% push, 30% pull, and freestyle. And on Thursday, I'm doing the opposite. I do 30% push and 70% pull.
Okay, and so you don't have any exclusive training just for freestyle. You add it in all the session.
Actually, there is some differences. For example, I'm not doing every workout freestyle. I have at least 3 sessions freestyle during a week, and 6 of statics.
Okay, and you don't have any problem for recovering or
Of course, I do problems with the recovery, but if you want to have a good level, you need to sacrifice.
yeah. What advice would you give to someone to have a better recovery, better sleep, maybe in alimentation? You, for example, what do you eat to stay healthy?
So first, I would say that the most important thing is to have a good sleep. That's on the first place. The second thing is to be consistent into your workouts, and the third thing is the way how you feed, how you eat, what you eat.
And do you have a diet, or you just eat whatever you want?
So basically, I'm a guy who actually eats clean, but have a problem with the sweet things. For example, I always eat clean meat, not fat meat, a lot of salads and veggies, also fruits. But I have a problem with the sugar. For example, sometimes I eat too much sugar, which is a problem, but I know when to stop and how to stop. I'm not addicted to the sugar, so I know how to make a break.
Okay, I see why. Yeah, you have a bit of work to do on the sugar still.
Yes.
I understand. I have a bit the same problem. To continue on the health part, we say that not eating clean, having a bad sleep can lead to poor training and maybe sometime injuries. Can you talk us about the past injuries you had, like we did before the podcast?
Yes, of course. Actually, the way that is created your lifestyle can affect your workouts. If you have less sleep, it is dangerous because your body is not recovered well. Also, the things which we eat also affects to our body, and the junk food is really dangerous for the body in a way that there is a lot of biological mechanisms that are working in our body, so we need, like professional athletes, to have a good diet. If you're into competition period, for example, after that I can say that you can do whatever you want, but it depends on the person and preferences. About the injuries, you can make an injury of course, the injury is coming from the sport activity, like mistakes that we do, or, for example, overtrain, or doing the exercise in a wrong way. I had two main injuries in my career. 4 years ago, I ripped I made ACL, and I ripped my meniscus of one of my legs. So it was really hard period because it was during one competition in Poland, and I did 540. I missed the bar, and I stepped between two mats, and the leg got stuck. And because of the rotation, it happened the worst. And after that, I went to the World Championship with torn ACL and meniscus. I didn't know actually, and I took second place on it. After that, I understood that I need to do surgery, and I did the surgery. So it took me out of the sport like for 1.5 years. I was recovering, and then it was during the COVID actually. So I was really lucky that the competitions were over, and I had time to recover and to start the new season in full power. So I came back, and the competitions got back, and yes.
And you recovered well.
I recovered well, but before 5 months it happened the worst. I got the second injury, but it was a small injury. I just ripped the meniscus, so it's not so big deal. Like, I got surgery, but I recovered like for 1 month. Actually, on the next day after the surgery, I was able to walk. But right now I need a lot of rehabilitation to be more consistent in the rehabilitation, to have a stable legs. So now I'm doing a lot of exercises for the legs, and I understood that it is really important to train legs, even for calisthenics athletes.
Yeah. And before your injuries, did you already train legs, or?
Yes, but I think I had a trauma on that leg, and maybe it's just growth in the time. But it's just my own thoughts. But yes, I was training legs before, but not so often. But right now, my focus is more into them. So I have at least 3 workouts for my legs during the week.
And do you train legs mainly for the freestyle part, or also for the static part? Because in static, most of people think that we just need the upper body and the legs doesn't count. But what do you think?
I think it's great to train legs. It's good for the body, and the men's know how the workouts of the legs affects. About the calisthenics, there is one stereotype that I don't like, that the calisthenics athletes they just don't want to train legs because it will be heavy for them to do statics. I think this is a wrong idea in some ways. For example, if you're an athlete with the elements, for example, you're able to do front lever, planche, you can train legs, and you can grow the legs, and it will not affect you to your skills. But for example, if you're an athlete who has big legs, and you're at the beginning of the calisthenics, and you're starting to you want to learn these elements, it will be harder. So the stereotype that I don't like is the athletes who don't want to train legs because they think that it's gonna become more heavier.
Okay, I see. It just depends from the person. I want to go back on the competitive experience. What is the best competition for you in the world right now?
Right now, wow. It's
there
hard
are
to say.
So many now, as you know.
Well, I can tell you which formats I like. It's a Beast of the Bars, which is in Sweden. It's created by Daniel Flefio. Slope, which is created from Team Bioko in Spain. And the World Championship.
The WSWCF, yeah.
Yes.
And did you already go to Swab or not? Because I saw I saw that Daniel Eroteev did the Swab and he won. Were you there when he was competing or not?
So first I competed in slope 3. I think it was in 2019, 18 or 19. I think 19. But I lost my second battle against Sergio. I was not so prepared, and it was. But I was in bad shape then. But I was still young.
Yeah.
So about this slope, which Christoph won, actually I went to the competition just to support him and to watch him, and it was probably the best decision of my life. It was insane competition. I think it was the best competition ever, in a way that they managed to get all athletes of all eras. For example, they got Daniels, they got Eric, they got Tony Gaste, Christoph, and other crazy athletes, and it was just insane. Really, the level of this swap was amazing.
You have a great memory of.
Yes.
Okay, great. I want to let the competitive part now. Can you talk us about the sport culture in Bulgaria? Because I don't know it, and most of the people we will watch this and listen this podcast are French people. So can you tell us more about the sports culture in Bulgaria?
Well, it's an interesting culture because when we got something, we just bite it and don't let it. Like, we're kind of people that if you have a dreams, no matter what happens, you have to reach it. And we do everything with love and with passion. So when we go to the gym, we're 200% into that. And we have this consistency. That's the most important thing. If you want to reach something, to achieve your goals, you need to be passionate and to be consistent. And the time will show, of course.
Yeah, works always pay.
Yes.
And to continue on the sport part, you said that you have to be passionate, to be dedicated to 100%. What are your goals for the end of this year and maybe next year?
So first, I want to recover myself fully, and after that to start competing again. Probably my goal for this year actually is to compete in December. I hope that there will be Beast of the Bars, and if I have opportunity to participate there. And also for the next year, I would like to go to the World Championship again. Even if I'm not able to win it again, I will do my best. I already achieved my dream to become a world champion. So I will do my best to win as much as I can competitions and to do my best. That's it. Also, of course, in the future, I want to be a coach of calisthenics, to help people to chase their dreams and to achieve their goals.
Great. And to become a coach in calisthenics, do you have a special diploma in Bulgaria, or because in France, if you want to be a French calisthenics coach, it's like a general diploma. But how does it work in Bulgaria?
So my education is not connected with sport. So I study in technical university, and there is no connection between sport and techniques. So, so that's why I started to study at WSWCF Academy to get more about the sport. I know a lot of things about the sport because I studied by myself, but I still need a document which is which to be like let's say diploma to defend that I can be a certified trainer.
Well, and your technical study, you're still on it, or you have finished now?
It's I supposed to finish it, but because I didn't took my exams, all my exams, I have to take 3 more and to do a diploma, and then I'll finish it. So I hope that soon I'm gonna finish it.
Great. I hope you'll finish it yet.
I will.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. We finished the main question. Now we are going to go on the follower questions.
All right.
Did you, before asking you the first question, did you already eat local food or not since you're here?
I ate. They told us that it is local food. It was rice with some beans and sauce and different meat. For example, they put it chicken or sausages or fish.
Okay, so you try one of the main food here. It's called rougail saucisse.
Okay.
Or curry poulet, curry pork.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Then I've tried them.
And did you like it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm going to go on the second question. How did you feel when you participate to your first international competition?
A lot of adrenaline and hype, of course. At the first moment, I didn't know where I am because the hype was too much. And actually, when I go to competition, I am always feeling stressed, and it is really hard to take a little bit more chill and to be more focused about the competition, to take the motivation. So I think the adrenaline took the advantages.
Yeah, you had too much and it was hard to manage.
Yes, it was really hard. But
okay. Yeah.
It was really great experience and I liked.
Great. So you would encourage someone who loves the sport to do his first competition?
Yes, and to not to be afraid to show himself to the others. Just he needs to break this barrier, because if he don't, he won't be able to participate in international championships, for example.
Great, yeah. Okay, I want to go on the next question. There someone who asked, he has been doing freestyle since the beginning, but he never did static. What advice could you give to someone who wants to start statics?
Statics? Well, at the beginning, to start with, let's say, basics, fundamentals for the statics. It is to start with balance, for example, handstand, to build enough strength in the handstand, to do some push-ups in handstand, and after that, start to learn planche. If it comes to front lever, to learn front lever, it is a way more easier for some people. And the athlete, he needs to understand which element it's easier for him to learn and to use these advantages.
And if he starts, for example, front lever, would you recommend him to do only body weight exercise like advanced tuck front lever, or using mainly elastic bands?
I think the elastic bands are great to start. It is great to start to do rubber bands after that you have some strength in the exercise. For example, if you're able to do at least 2 or 3 seconds front lever, but in a bad form, it is great to take the rubber bands and then to start to do rubber bands. And of course, it is great to be at the end of your workout, not at the beginning, because there is no reason to start to do your workout with rubber bands.
Okay, great. What do you think about the evolution of the sport the last years, and how do you think it will be in the next years?
Well, I could say that the sport changed a lot from 2012 until now. It's totally different sport. Right now it's like underground gymnastics, totally. But there is the beauty of the sport. It's underground and it's not so strict like the gymnastics, and you have the freedom to do whatever you want. I see that there will pop out a lot of other elements for the future, and the sport is growing a lot, really a lot.
And do you think there will be maybe a separation between static and freestyle? Because we see nowadays that there is more and more only static competition, also competition with static and freestyle. Like we have now in street lifting, they are separating, you know, all the making many categories.
Well, it really depends, because the athletes who are doing freestyle, and at the same time, let's say, the freestyle is the category which people are doing dynamics and statics. But there is a lot of athletes who are doing only dynamics and only statics. If the athlete want to be completed athlete in a way of freestyle, he needs to do a lot of dynamics and statics, of course. And that's why they made the freestyle world championship. And that's why we have there other competitions like Burning Gate, which is only for statics. And I think there will be other federations who's gonna be created, and they will do, for example, competition only for dynamics. Personally, I want to be a completed athlete. I think people saw that, but you know, everybody has different thoughts about completed athlete.
Okay, great. Thank you for answering to all the followers' questions. We're going to go to the last part. It's like a quick question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Shark or dolphin?
Shark.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
With which athlete would you like to meet? Someone you haven't met yet?
Dmitry Kuznetsov.
Dmitry
Kuznetsov.
Kuznetsov.
He is a Russian athlete, as I said before. He was one of the guy who motivated me to.
Okay, great.
To calisthenics.
What is your favorite movie?
Movie? Oh, you got me. Southpaw.
Southpaw?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Static or freestyle?
You mean dynamics or
Dynamics? Yeah.
statics?
Statics. Front lever or planche?
Planche.
Planche. What's your favorite moves in static?
Maltese.
Maltese. Yeah. And what's your favorite move in freestyle, in dynamics?
To watch? 720.
720?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, we are on the last question. Would you like to see someone in particular on this podcast? Maybe someone you know in Europe, or maybe someone here, I don't know.
Wow, it's an interesting question. Let me think a bit.
Yeah,
Just
you have
for
time.
10 seconds.
I think you have a lot of choice, a lot of people in head.
Well,
It
there is
can
a
be
lot of
anyone.
athletes.
Not necessarily an athlete. Maybe it can be someone who is organizing competition. You know.
Well, right now I'm thinking about Eric Curtis because he's a French, right? And also Colombian, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I want to see him in the podcast.
Eric Ortiz.
Eric Curtis.
Okay, great. I hope we will be able to reach him. It will be just amazing.
Yeah, for me too.
Okay, I'm on the last question. What are the best memories you have in this sport?
Actually, every single travel which I go, it is thanks to the workouts, thanks to the calisthenics. So every travel is a memory.
Great. Okay, thank you, Stefan.
Thank you too.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much
for your invitation.
Thank you for accepting the invitation. Do you have a word to say maybe to the community or to someone in particular?
In particular, no, but about the athletes, yes. Chase your dreams, don't give up to them, and do everything with courage. Don't be afraid to do what you like, and be strong.
Thank you. Can I ask you to say a little word? It's like the new hymn of street workout in Réunion. It's fait bourre la gravité.
Fait bourre
la gravité.
Fait bourre la gravité.
Fait bourre, c'est ça. Can we do it together?
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Fait bourre.
Fait bourre la gravité.
Fait bourre la gravité.
Fait bourre la gravité.
3, 2, 1. Fait bourre la gravité. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you in Réunion Island, and I hope you will have a great time for the time you have in Réunion Island.
I already have.
And I hope it will be the same before you leave.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.